Welcome to another episode of the Hayes Hustle Podcast. It's me, your host, the trap trainer, Coach Hayes himself. Hello. It is Tuesday, Real Talk Tuesday. Special day today. Very, very special day, August 15th. It is my cousin's birthday, my late cousin, Tyrone Marquette Hayes, nicknamed Cowboy to the street, nicknamed Mark to his family. Beloved cousin of mine. Really grew up more like a brother, but my dad and his mom was brother and sister, and that grew up in the same bed, sharing the same bed, sharing the same house. My dad was his dad, his mom was my mom, type shit, and we couldn't afford to live in separate houses, so we grew up together a lot. And birthdays today. He got it's just absolutely horrible to the fact that he's not here with me today. That he's not here with me today, so I get to talk about him today on the podcast and dedicate today's show to him, and tell you a little bit about what happened, what's transpiring today. Big day, crazy day. My late cousin's birthday at 3 p.m. today. His daughter gets married at 3 p.m. today. Just amazing, right? She was a baby when he got murdered. She's a baby in the house when he got murdered. She was in the house, 1 bedroom away. She was there when her father got murdered, shot in the head in like a drive-by. It really was more of a walk-up. I know it's came outside of his window, started shooting right into his bedroom. She happened to be in the room next door with her grandmother. Just I just can't believe it happened. Just can't believe it happened. Just can't believe he's not here for us to talk about us going through all of our knucklehead shit being kids in St. Louis, and we used to jump off of bridges. jump off of roofs. Roofs of garages and stuff like that. This was when superheroes were. We thought we were superheroes. We thought we had superpowers. We wanted to be like Spider-Man and Superman. We wanted to jump off of shit, and we wanted to slide down the pole, and then go save somebody or go jump in our go-kart and drive down here. I just can't believe we can't share those stories. It's heartbreaking for me. But at the same time, it's kind of a double-edged sword. He's my biggest why. He's one of the reasons I try to achieve at a high rate. How I try to get so much done, because I'm getting it done for me, I'm getting it done for him, I'm getting it done for my dad, getting it done for my grandma. I got a list of motherfuckers that I rep, that's on my back. You know what I'm saying? He's actually tattooed on my arm. So I just can't believe his babies get married. Babies getting married. And she's a fantastic girl, smart, strong, headstrong. Holy shit, headstrong. She could be the head of one of the crime gangs. The girls be the toughest one. She tough as shit. She tough as nails, bro. So it's beautiful watching her grow up. When my cousin was on his deathbed, he was in a coma after he got shot. I'm down there crying every damn day. I just dropped out of college. Not really. I just stopped going to school, and I'm at the hospital. I just didn't leave. I'm just sitting there praying every day, praying. Please, Lord, don't let him die. Don't let him die. They got him on the respirator, and the machine's breathing for him and all that kind of shit. So we waiting on him to take over and see if after the swelling go down the brain, is he gonna be a vegetable? Is he gonna be normal? Is he gonna be it was just a horrific. Absolutely horrific, man. Absolutely horrific. At the funeral, when the funeral happened, I had to go up and say some words. I was the closest one to him, as in our family, and I had to go up there to him. go up there and say something. And man, honestly, I got to about 5 or 6 words, just broke down, just was feeling it. I just couldn't even say nothing else. I just couldn't even, just couldn't even put in the words, couldn't even understand what was going on. Because the way we grew up, he like my arm, you know what I mean? Like we're like limbs to each other. Like if he dies, like part of me died, you know what I mean? So I was in shock, just an absolute fucking shock. I mean, it just turned my life upside down. So to see her finding the love of her life and, being able to start breaking some cycles, man. We were born into this with single parents, and there was a lot of gaps. I talked about this a little bit yesterday on the show. Whenever there's gaps in the foundation, kids will fall through the cracks. Does that make sense? If you have gaps in the foundation, for one, you're not ready to build because you got gaps in your foundation. A lot of people, they still build though. They still continue to go. And so what happens is kids fall through the cracks. This is just, come on, man. This is just game 101. This Hayes game 101. So everybody don't have this game. This is mine. Sorry. This is mine. This is mine. Branded straight up. I learned it. I went through it. I had the OG dad that put me through the shit. I went to the street. I hustled. I did all that shit. Had to have a single parent. Had to live in pallets. Had to live in, horrible situations and make it through it. That's why it's my game. Cause I know how to get through it, man. I ain't lying. I ain't get this off no Instagram. I ain't get this off no shit. Like I went through this shit. I teach people how to be winners. They think it's just training. Some of these cats are trainers. They don't know about being a winner. You gotta teach them how to win. The win is in a try. Teach them how to win. Don't stop trying. The win is in a try. Come on. Free game, man. Free game. Trap Tuesday. Trap Boy Tuesday. I'm on here. I'm at you. Pulling you out the mud. Baby. Let's go. It is Tuesday. Real Talk Tuesday. And it's just a special occasion because it's my cousin's birthday. And I love him. I miss him. I dedicate so much to him. I dedicate the way I move to him. I couldn't wait for today. I can't wait to go and celebrate and see everything and, see his beautiful daughter, see my rest of my family. I got family here from St. Louis. Uncle JD's here. My auntie Angie's here. My auntie Ella. Ella is my cousin's mother, and his father's here. Here's the crazy thing about his father being here. My cousin who passed away, his father being here. We grew up and only my auntie raised him. My auntie and then my dad and the rest of my uncles was like his dad because his dad was never around. Never. He didn't meet his dad. He didn't know his dad. None of that stuff. But I think that was more of my auntie didn't want nothing to do with him. I think he was hustling and doing his thing. So I think she didn't want nothing to do with him. But I don't think it had to do with him wanting to be a father, though. I think he wanted to be a dad. I think he wanted to be with my cousin, which is a tragedy, But when my cousin got murdered, he came out here from St. Louis and spent time out here with the family and went through that process with us. And then as my cousin's daughter is getting married, he's out here also. So I just think about, man, he's here so much for him right now. What could have happened? What would have been the case if he would have been there for him those years when he really needed him growing up to kind of steer away from the gangs, to steer away from some of the things that took his life. That's something that I can't stop thinking about, because he seems to be a dad that wants to be involved, that is involved, and so what is the issue? You know what I'm saying? Like, we needed this dude some years ago. You know what I mean? We could have avoided a lot of this shit. I ain't got the balls to say nothing like that right now. I mean, maybe one day. My uncle in town, so he got me drinking like every night. I don't really drink at all. So to be out, I'm just busy, bro. And plus, it's just all sugar with that shit. It ain't like got nothing to do with drinking. It's just a lot of sugar. I don't drink. I don't mess with a lot of sugar. So it's just a once in a while thing. So this week is a great opportunity. I mean, a great reason to do, to celebrate like an adult. I feel like I have the palate of a kid because that's all I eat is freaking fruit and smoothies. Feel like there's a lot of milkshakes and that's what it feels like, even though it's not a milkshake, it's fruit. But I feel like I'm making like sherbet or something, and I'm eating a lot of ice cream and watermelon, and it just don't feel like you feel like when you're an adult you're supposed to eat all this bullshit, and really that's why you start looking like differently. You got to eat that same shit. You got to eat that good stuff. So anyway, I'm trying to be an adult a little bit this week. People in town, I'm showing them around. Went out to Nike. Whenever you go out there, you spend a bunch of damn money. So big shout out to Brad Kim. Kim, I think I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Kehm. My man hooked us up with Nike passes, got me in. Relationships are everything, man. Relationships are everything. Big shout out to Brad coming through like that. My family in town, they literally called me up like my cousin Greg had took them out to, my cousin Wayne took them out to Adidas the day before. They went out to Adidas, all my family out there shopping. They from St. Louis, so they will never see a bunch of this shit. So they just grabbing all kind of shit, shopping. And then that night they called me up like, hey, you think we get into the Nike store tomorrow? Now that ain't how I roll. The Nike store, you got to get a couple days and do all this kind of shit. But Brad, whoa, big boy Brad, I think he done been there for about 20 plus years. I get him a holla, yo. 5 minutes later, he was like, yeah, it passes in the mail. Like this, having dudes like this. Relationships, man. Relationships. This bond comes from me training his kid for the last year with the most unbelievable offseason I've ever seen of a kid. I got to get into this. I'm going to talk about this a little bit in recruiting. We're going to talk a little bit about recruiting today. It's more really about my cousin today, but I do want to mention a little bit about this kid. It's just an unbelievable deal. Unbelievable offseason. And kind of what you got to do, especially if you're going to be a senior, and the avenue you have to take if you're really serious about playing at the next level. Sorry, write down a couple of notes. Stay focused. So I'm getting a little bit about recruiting. Okay. We're gonna get into a little bit about that. But it's Tuesday. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Welcome everybody, but I'd like to thank our sponsors. Tuesday, Hayes Sports Performance, turning potential into performance. The number one thing I do, turn potential into performance. I've been doing it for the last 20 plus years. I've had an opportunity to send over 500 kids to college to play sports, over 300 kids Division I, over 200 kids in NAIA, Division II, Division III, overseas pros. I've got a little bit of everything. So it's what I love to do. It's my gift, and I just live through my gift. If you're lucky enough to be trained by me and be inside of our fold, it's a forever thing. It's not just about training. It's about your mental well-being, your wellness, your real personal development, right? Personal development coach. A course speed, a course strength, a course skill, but finding out who the hell you really are, making you more confident, making sure you face challenges, not run from them. I'm changing you. In order to be changed, you have to be challenged. If you're ready to be challenged, get a hold of Coach Hayes. 971-400-8351. Working with all level athletes. Whether it's small kids or haystacks or 5th grade and under kids. our Hayes Prep program, which is preparing for the next level, middle school preparing for high school preparing for college preparing for pros. And if you're just a normal Joe that's like, man, I just like getting in shape. I just love the energy. I want to get in there. I want to feel some of that Hayes energy. I want to be in there with you socializing. And I love that shit, bro. Especially, I don't have an adult right now, but I've had a couple in the past. And it's nice to have an adult to be able to go in there and talk some real shit and real life. And you know what I mean? And I can kill them with the other stuff too. But it's nice kind of having that relationship, you know? So if you're out there and you're looking for that relationship and you're willing to invest in yourself, because you know Coach Hayes ain't free. Yeah, I gotta take care. I got kids to take care of. We got businesses to grow. But I love what I do. And so if you want to be in an environment with somebody like that and you want some of that energy and I'm the one to get a hold of. So mess with me. Check us out on Instagram at OTA Team Hayes, at OTA_Team Hayes. Or give me a holla, 971-400-8351. Let's rock. So yeah, man, just I want to hit a little testimony service today. Get my testimony. Remember, testimony is just it's a testimony service, is a parting service in a black church where you get to get up and talk and confess to the congregation, the church, what type of blessings God have brought you through that week. What's been troubling you, how God have taken the burden off of you, things like that. Rough spots that God made smooth spots. And you're just acknowledging that there's no way you could have did it without him. That's really what testimony service is, that you don't even know how it happened. It's a miracle. There are little miracles every day. There's small miracles every single day. And you just gotta have your head on right to understand what's going on. Having your head on right to understand what's going on is the key. It's been such a tough week, man, because my cousin's birthday, the wedding, family in town. I start reminiscing about my cousin and start to grieve a little bit. But I think, me testifying, and I'm just telling something from my heart, like straight up. I think I feel so, you get that survivor's guilt, right? Like my cousin's gone, I'm still here. Like, I thought I had the opportunity to get revenge on his murder at one point in my life. And when I didn't take the opportunity, I was depressed for the next 2 or 3 years. Like, mad at myself that I didn't take revenge when I had the opportunity, like right there. It's so wrapping my brain around this whole thing for years have been tough, and I finally feel like I have a handle on it. But it is so tough, for a long time to, when it's him, it's me. It's me, it's him. And so when he passed away, I did not want to be around. Did not understand. I just didn't get it no more. I was so, I guess I never had been that sad in my life. Never had been that sad in my life. And, it's hard to get happy after that. You feel guilty being happy. You feel guilty having a good time. You feel guilty doing stuff with your kid because, man, he should be have time with his kid, which is really tough. When you start beating yourself mentally like that, beating yourself up mentally like that. I think what I feel most guilty about is, and I feel like this about my father too, honestly. It plagues me. But this started with my cousin because my cousin passed away first. I feel like, honestly, look at the guns right there. Come on, man, get them things out. I honestly feel like the loss of my cousin propelled me, which makes me feel guilty. And I don't sometimes know what to do with that energy. Is that, I always say, like, you use your, like, the pain can either be fuel for your fire or it extinguishes your fire. You get to choose. You get to choose. Does it amp you up and get you over the hump, or does it put you in the hole? Does it bring you down and put you to a hole? So, you can do either one with the energy, but it's really up to you. It's up to you what you do with the fuel, what you do with that energy. It's all energy. It's all energy. And so for me, I think for a while it ate me alive. I gained weight. It put me in fear of, man, if he can die that easy, I can die that easy. And then I said, fuck, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna go get the dude that's trying to, maybe he gonna try to come get me. Instead of him trying to come get me, I'm gonna go get him. And I just became a whole different guy. And you change, and then your body starts to change, and your mind, it's just a slippery slope. And I just feel I feel so guilty that because when I lost my cousin, it gave me a why. I don't think I had a real why before that. Besides, I love my dad, right? No, this was pain. And the pain was they took him away from me. I got to live for him. I got to have enough, not only for me, but I got to have enough to be able to give to his daughter when she needed. I got to be able to take care of his grandkids if he needed. Like, it fueled me like none other, which is great for me because now I got a why and I can work harder and I can stay focused. And when I get tired, I know what to imagine in my mind, because it ain't just for me, that I'm working for generations, and not just my generations, but my cousin's generation. Like, this is serious in my head. If that wasn't there, I don't focus up. I keep on being the same D-boy. I keep on doing the same shit. I don't examine where, drugs, selling drugs go from death or jail. It's like he stays alive, everything's good. Well, everything must be good. Keep on doing shit. My life didn't change till that change happened. And so I'm so happy my life changed, but I'm devastated from losing him. Devastated. I'm talking about this on his birthday. R.I.P. Cowboy. It's a double-edged sword. Some of the things in your life that will kill you the most will make you into an absolute killer, will make you into an executor, will make you into a go-getter. They say, a study I was looking at something the other day that says, studies say that people that are exposed to the right amount of childhood trauma seem to succeed at a 90% rate. They are 90% more successful than most people. It's not about having a perfect childhood. You got to have some type of adversity. Some type of adversity that says, you know what? I'm living for this now. Oh, that changed me. Oh, I seen that. I'm going to be a lawyer now. They killed my father. They killed my uncle, on a traffic stop, and then they killed another black man. I'm going to be a lawyer. Then that person is fucking driven because he has a why. He's gone. So that tragedy that happened to me, and I lost my father, and I'm going through it, and then all of a sudden, I lose my cousin, and it's a Travis, a drive-by, a walk-up, and the gang members. I got a why. You just made me dangerous. If you're out there and you're going through some shit, and instead of letting that pain kill you again and again and again, try to use that as fuel to win again, again, and again, and again. Real Talk Tuesday with Coach Hayes. Getting real on here. Getting real on the microphone. Real Talk Tuesday, man. My testimony, I feel guilty. I have, survivor's guilt. I feel horrible that my greatest tragedy forced me to focus and started my greatest come up. Straight up. It took another boost once my father passed away. Same thing happened. Level up. Don't stop. Because I was scared to stop. I was scared to stop and start grieving because I figured I'd fall apart and be shit to everybody. So I just put my head down and grinded. Real talk. Real Talk Tuesday. I feel guilt. I feel guilt that a loss, my greatest loss propelled me to my greatest successes. And I don't know. I just, that's my testimony. And I love them. I love you, cowboy. R.I.P. my boy. Happy birthday. I do it for you. Oh, no. Oh, my God. All right, so there will be some definite editing going on here. Hopefully Levi can take care of this. That was pretty bad. We had camera functioning. We had all kind of stuff going on. Let's show that little logo down there. Ooh, the Kona logo. Kona Ice, hot as hell. Still with me there? We just got testimony service over. Just got through fumbling the mics, fumbling the cameras, fumbling everything, having some technical difficulties. And now we gonna bounce back like the bounce back king. Showing they ain't gotta be perfect. I ain't starting this podcast over. We going from here, homeboy. If Levi can fix that, Levi punch in and fix that. If you can't fix that, then we gonna roll with it. It just is what it is. We just gotta roll with it. We just gotta keep rolling. Keep rolling. Show that Kona. Hey, if I got anybody out there that want to talk about sending their merch in so they can get it, some marketing online, have me wearing it, holla at me. Let's talk. We got some small lines out there. They want to get some merch. I'll get up, model it up. We'll put it on our Instagram. We'll put it on our Facebook page. We'll put it on our website. If you got some merch, holla at me. Put you on here. Get you on here. I can get into a fresh tee. I'll make sure I show everything. I'll make sure I go and put a little tag to get to your wherever your website or to your Instagram, whatever you're selling your merch at. Holla at me. We doing deals, man. We trying to work it out. Small businesses working together, making it happen. Real talk from a real entrepreneur. Looking for some real players out there to play with. So if y'all out there and you want to do some business and you got t-shirts, you got hats, you got sweatshirts, you got beanies, whatever you got, holla at me. Let's get them on. Let's get them on here and get them on the Facebook page and get them on the website and get them on the Instagram and let us start helping you market your product. Holla at me. Coach Hayes, 971-400-8351. 971-400-8351. Yeah, I love to testify, man. I love to get it off my chest. You gotta get it off your chest, man. That's real talk. That's real talk. Couple things I want to talk. So let's get into a little bit of recruiting talk today. I want to talk a little bit about this Aiden Kim kid. I had a kid come to me this year. Crazy situation. Kid comes to me. Now, listen. This ain't everybody, but I want to talk about this because this you gotta want it, right? Like, so here's a kid. Special situation. Okay, really interesting. Okay, kid comes to me. Dad gets a hold of me. Wants to do some work. His son has played 1 year of football. Junior year in high school. Junior year. Think about this. Junior year. That's all the dude played. The dude played JV. He's a nose guard. Now, he's 6'6", 290. Well, 6'6", 290. Okay? I think he was about 6'6", 310 when I first started with him. Now he's 6'6", 290. Came he hadn't played football before, so he got to get used to all that contact and the aggression and all that kind of shit. And he's a good kid, come from a good family, so he ain't had to, he ain't got a big brother that's beating his ass and all that kind of stuff. So you really got to work with him a little bit. So the dad told me, let's do a couple days a week or a day a week, or whatever we can do, and they got the funds to be able to afford the training. So we do, we start training the kid, and the kid goes well. We get to camp season. Now, not only is he training with me, a couple days a week, working on speed, working on movement, working on agility, just to get his feet quicker, because he's a big kid and you got to move quick as a lineman. He's really more of an offensive tackle, so we had to give him some kick sliding and some all type of stuff, right? The kid came, he worked his ass off. You could tell that his body wasn't used to that kind of work, but he still worked through it. Dedicated. Dad don't fuck around. Parents don't fuck around. Parents had him there all the time. Make sure he's doing the work. But not only did he work with me, he had another guy he worked with doing skill work. Okay, so he did skill work. Then he was on the 5v5 team. Then he came and joined my Bridge City spring team. Spring team allowed him to play against two of the best teams in the nation and get film. Listen to this recruiting process. This kid had never played football before. Never played varsity football before. Played JV football. Okay? Come and play spring ball. Has a good spring season. After spring's over, after our last spring game, a week later, now he's also going to his 5v5 tournaments, playing for the spring team. He ain't ever played. Doing workouts with me, lifting with his team. He was going to Westland High School, which is a powerhouse out here. He won a championship with them, but he was a junior. He really wasn't on the team, not on the varsity team. But he went through the process of making himself and stuff like that as a junior. So he's doing all the right stuff, all these things. Plus he's 6'6", 290. Plus he's 6'6", 290, right? So then, after spring season, they start going to camps. I'm talking about a dude must have went to 20 fucking camps. 20 camps. I mean, he was at a camp. Seemed like two a week, all summer long. He was going to camps. Dad came to me initially and said, we're just looking for, see if he can grab a walk-on. This is before we first start training. I was like, walk-on? That's all this dude want, this big kid? Now the kid has two offers now. 2 offers. He ain't even played a snap of varsity football. I don't know. Maybe he's played some, like at the end of games and stuff. But he hasn't really did no starting or did nothing like that. It all came off of spring. It all came off of his camp season. All the workouts he was doing to better himself. And there's the most amazing offseason I've ever seen. Now he's going to... he's transferring to Lake Ridge High School out here. And big things are going to come from this kid because the ceiling is so high. There's so much growth for him because he's just starting. Right? So they see that. They see he's working. Not only is he willing to work, he's willing to get better. He's willing to go to 20 camps. He's willing to, that tells a coach a lot about a kid. Like, if we get this kid, he'll continue to improve. He won't come here and kind of think like, oh, I can chill now. Big shout out to Aiden, man. Big shout out to Brad and the whole family. They raised a good one. They know what they doing. Big shout out for the Nike pass. That ain't the only reason I'm giving you love. I just got to highlight this kid, man, because in my Bridge City program, my Bridge City club football program, we started this program like we gonna get kids offers. We gonna make a difference. This is our first offer. This kid was our first offer. He got more than one, and he'll probably get a handful more. But they just wanted him to get a walk on. Now the kid has somebody else paying for school now. That shit excites me more than anything. Man. I am who I say I am. I got you. I love that. Man. That's my kind of party. That's what so just want you to understand that. Real Talk Tuesday, man. Most unbelievable offseason I ever seen. Really got these scouts' attention, showing up everywhere, doing all the right stuff. After the camp's over, go up to the coach, thank you very much. Show up early, Write thank you letter after the camp's over. Like, do everything to make an impression while he's there, and make a long lasting impression far past the time he's gone. Playing the game. If you want to, if you want to get in the game. Just want to kind of put that out there. Like, if you really, especially if you're a junior going to be a senior and you feel like it's too late to give out all the scholarships. Nope. The first one was a Division I offer. So that's not what it is. They're literally looking for people who check all the boxes, who really want it. So in that last year, you scrambling and you going, and they just need one position. They just need one tackle. They just need one guard. So you got to be on the team making showcase your talent. You got to be doing some training so you can send them some training film. You got to be doing something. You got to keep trying. You got to keep building. That's what's missing these days. We just calling them. How can I get that attention? How can I go to the showcase? How can I? Instead of doing what's necessary. And what's necessary? What's at the bottom of Aiden's deal? Going to train with me a couple times a week, going to a lineman only skill trainer, going to 5v5 lineman workouts. It was all practice. It's all training. Why is that important? Because training is essential to transformation. A lot of y'all want the win, but you don't really want to. You just want to say you won. You don't really want to, you don't really try to transform who you are, how you think, how you work. Until you transform, it's not permanent. Your foundation has nothing. Okay, so understanding training is essential to transformation. So you need to practice. Sometimes when shit don't happen for you, it's because you haven't had enough training. Because you haven't had enough practice. Because you don't look at practice the right way. Because you don't look at it like I got to. Training is essential. Training is the precursor to transformation. If I'm trying to get here, now I got to work myself to transform into a person that can be strong enough, fast enough, whatever, to be here, smart enough to have this job, whatever, attractive enough to have this girl, whatever it is. Practice, work, practice, train, work, track. Wait, no. Worry, no. Train, yes. Work, yes. Build, yes. Try, yes. Training is essential to transformation. With that, an attitude of faith and gratitude has to come with it for you to really maximize your training. Why is that? Because your body and your mind has to be on the same page to actually allow your whole self to level up. So if I'm just doing all the fucking work, and I don't have the correct faith, I don't have the right attitude, the gratitude for just waking up, for being where I am, for God doubling me from 2 to 4 instead of you worrying about fucking getting 2 to 200. Right? You gotta take me from 2 to 400. You ain't worried about getting from 2 to 4. Fuck that little jump. That ain't for you. No, you gotta be thankful for the 2 to 4. From the 4 to 8. From the 8 to 16. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, let them go and double you up, triple you up. And yeah, you want that. But first, be thankful for this. Thankful for where you are right now. Thankful for having any kind of shoes on your feet. Yeah, maybe one day you get some J's. But be thankful for having fucking shoes on your feet right now. Maybe one day that's all you do is eat steak and lobster. Right now, eat whatever the hell God is putting in front of you to nourish your body and say thank you. That's what this is all about. Training is essential to transformation. But faith and gratitude, to have an attitude of faith and gratitude, is the rest of it. It seals the deal. Because God knows your heart. So faith and gratitude is about your heart. Is your heart. Having faith that you know if I do A, B will happen. If I love A, B will happen. Training is essential to transformation. Okay, let's be real about it. This episode brought to you by Hey Sports Performance. Solo today, man. Solo sponsor. Give me some love. Give my company some love. Because Lord knows I love you. I love this. I love this mic. I love my people. Thank you for listening, everybody. Thank you for listening. Remember, if you're a junior going to be a senior, it is a sprint. It is not a marathon, boss. It is a sprint. It is not a marathon. You got to get ready to have a summer of your life. You got to, if you're a girl, you got to get ready to do some traveling. You got to get ready to, show everything you got. Because in reality, there's schools going, oh my God, it's senior year. And I got to I got to finish my roster out of the 25s. What's out there? That's what you don't know. You think that all the shit's gone. No, there's a whole bunch of them. There's hundreds of schools, thousands of schools going, hey, I need this. I need a midi. I need a goalie. I need this. I need that. And we only got a month left in this recruiting period, and we got to flip the page. And I don't have all my recruits. There's millions. Get on your exposure game. Get on your stuff. It's, in reality, there's people looking for you if you're doing all that right stuff. Real talk. Real Talk Tuesday, man. I'm telling you for real. Real talk that's out there for you. I wish there was somebody like me talking to me and my cousin when we was kids. I wish this existed, that we could have heard this, that my dad could have heard this and could have helped guide me, helped guide my cousin, saved us from sidestepping and stepping in a bullshit. That's what I'm here for, baby. Stay focused on the main thing, man. What is your main thing? What is your main thing? Is your main thing that sport thing? Stay focused on the main thing. If that's your sport's your number one thing, you can't make something else your number one thing. Your girl can't be your number one thing. Your money can't be your number one thing. The number one thing is the number one thing. Real talk. My gift is my number one thing. I live through my gift. It provides for my family. Now, I could have said my family is my number one thing, but my gift is my number one thing. Because God gave me the gift. It all starts with God. After that is my family. But God forbid something happens to somebody in my family, I'm still going to serve my gift. Gift first. Family second. When it say gift first, that's God first. Just understand that. God and gift, same thing. It comes from God. God says you serve this gift. You're serving me. It means serving God. So God's first. Their family. That's the way it go. Then self. Real Talk Tuesday. Coach Hayes on the breakdown. The big breakdown show, breaking shit down for you like it go. Man, somebody give me a beat. Drop me a motherfucking beat. I'm about ready to go. Somebody drop me a motherfucking beat. I'm about ready to blow this thing up, dog. I'm getting too comfortable with this shit now. I'm about to start popping. I can't though. It's wet in there. I gotta get dressed. I gotta get going. Gotta show that muscle in there. Pool day, man. It's 105 outside, bro. 105 degrees. Can you believe that? And I still got kids coming to work out. They still work out without a problem. I love that shit. The sun either makes you, right? It either makes you or it breaks you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You got broke. But I get through it. I sweat through it. I make it through it. Drink water. It made you. Get through that shit. You ain't got to be perfect. Just get through it. Run through it with a great attitude. Like we was talking about earlier. Do that shit with a great attitude. All my hustlers out there, man. Don't try to beat the heat. Don't try to beat the heat. Too many apps. This is what parents do. This is what piss me off about parents, bro. They want their kid to be tough. You want your kid to be good. You want the kid, and then you make them avoid doing all the hard shit. You make them avoid doing all the difficult shit, all the things that require them maybe getting embarrassed, maybe not winning, maybe coming in last. Maybe you want them to be so good, but then you send them to fucking private school from second grade all the way through high school. There's no diversity. There's no adversity. There's no nothing. And the kid's had a cake life his whole life, and then you're like, God, he's just not aggressive enough. What the fuck you think, bro? What aggressive have you been? You ain't letting him be around no Tyrones. His ass ain't aggressive because he ain't got no science classes with a nigga named Tyrone that'll knock your head off if you don't do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, if you're not gonna have that in your own household, what's gonna sharpen his knife? What's gonna sharpen the blade? You gotta have something that's gonna sharpen your kid's blade, bro. That's the key. If you're not gonna say my business, the parent gets to be the handle of the knife. Think about a butcher knife. The butcher knife has, let's use this pen. The butcher knife has this nice handle for you to hold. Then it has a nice sharp blade over here. It has a backbone of the knife. The parents is the handle. The parents is the backbone of the knife. I am the blade. I teach their ass how to cut, how to eat. Real talk. So every athlete needs that. They need that safe spot. They need, sometimes that's the coach. Sometimes the parent just like, God damn it, you need to work. And that's that's what sharpens the blade. Or the parent usually is the stable, I support you no matter what. They can go back, man, that trainer, fuck him. Coach Hayes is a bitch. He always make me he looked at me wrong today. He said something wrong. And the parent goes, oh, that's all right. Well, we'll get you some food and go home and go text me and go, yeah, you kicked his ass today. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. We got too many people, though, that, I was talking to somebody the other day that said, his parents had called him like, oh my God, they play rap music before they warm up. And how the parent was like calling as complaining about this. They're listening to rap music before they warm up. The coaches got their arms folded. They trying to talk shit about black people. Like they don't like our mannerism. Like somebody gonna stop them. You're calling somebody to tell them, the coach on the team, to stop folding his arms, to stop playing rap music, to warm shit up. Like that is what you call bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. You're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable. You're not, what, they're not fucking golf clapping? Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, you can't control everything. Then pick another fucking sport. Have your kid play something else if you don't want to be in that environment. That is the issue. You don't control it, bro. You don't get to control shit. They control their kids. You put them in all these great environments, all these great systems that work for them, that cannot backfire, that cannot fail them, they cannot fucking lose. And then when they start losing in life, they don't know what the fuck is going on. You sabotage them. Real talk. You say never let them fall off the fucking bike. You gotta let them fall, bro. You gotta let them get scraped up. You gotta let them get the fuck back up. Or you gotta let them kick the bike and say, fuck that bike, I don't want to get on it no more. Okay, fuck the bike then. All your friends, right? I think you might want to try it again, bro. You know what I'm saying? We did pay a lot of money for that motherfucker. I think you might want to try it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you want to walk the rest of your life. Like, that's how it goes. And parents are at fault. It's not the kid's fault. All you kids out there, please don't ever think it's your fault. It's your parents' fault. Fuck them. Just joking. Easy for me to say. You probably get your ass kicked saying something like that. I'm just joking, parents. Not fuck you. I'm just saying. But it is your fault. The environment that you create will allow your kid to succeed or not. That's not every, I'm just talking about for the most part. There's some exceptions. Some kids are just shitheads. They they don't want to be shit, ain't gonna ever be shit. But for the most part, if they're in a great environment and people are putting them first and loving them and putting into them, they can't wait. They can't wait to give back to you like that, and work their ass off for you and give it to you and dedicate to you. Real Talk Tuesday. Coach Hayes. Let's just remember, man. Okay? You just have to hear my dogs in the background. It's been pool day all day today. Pool day. So we gotta get out this pool and get to this wedding in a minute in 105 weather. It's gonna make me feel good, but I can't wait to see the fam. Recruiting. Stay focused on the lesson for the day. Okay? You gotta go get it. You got to go chase it, especially in that last year. If you're in that last year and you really want it, you got to push every button. You got to make it happen. They don't see you, make them motherfucking see you. You in that last year, I'm just talking to you. This is for you. This episode is for you. How do I get recruited? I want to highlight Lakeridge offensive tackle, Aiden Kim, and just the way he really went after it this offseason. How he came in and he put in, 6 to 8 months of work that got him offers because he really worked. And it ain't just because of his size. We had other kids with size that didn't get as many offers, that didn't get an offer at first. And we got other kids with offers now. We got a couple of kids with offers, which is pretty cool. They won't be the last two, but it's just kind of cool that we set out to get offers for kids, and we got offers. Now we just got a coach that said they want to send us 30 kids next year. We finna grow and blow. Believe that. Okay. Recruiting, you got to be, go get it. Senior year, go get it. Don't be deterred. You got to remember, if it's the main thing, you got to put it first. You got to put girls second. You got to put the boys second. Drugs cannot be before that, so smoking weed can't be before that. Drinking and partying can't be before that. You got to understand that. You got to understand that. Stay focused on the dream. Stay focused on the prize. Understand that. Keep the main thing the main thing. Nothing else can be the main thing. Okay? Everything else, prioritize behind it. Okay? Just want to make sure we're staying focused. Recruiting can get tricky, can get depressive, make you really depressed and have anxiety and all kind of shit like that. So staying focused on the main thing is the main thing. Make sure they see you. Make sure when they do see you, they see you working, that you're building. Okay? That's what's going on. And chase it. Too many people sitting around dreaming, not enough people doing enough chasing. Make sure you are chasing. As soon as you see a clear picture of it, time to chase. Stop fucking dreaming and see it again. It's not getting no closer. As soon as you see the vision, as soon as God give you that vision to sleep, your ass is supposed to wake up and spend every waking moment chasing it. That's what a dream chaser is. Not a dreamer. There's a lot of dreamers out there. That don't make them automatically dream chasers. That's different. Be a dream chaser and watch you catch and achieve all your dreams. That's what it's all about. Keep being a dreamer. That's all you'll do is see him. You'll see him in your sleep. You'll visualize him when you're awake. But you'll never attain him. Okay? Hey, this Coach Hayes, the Trap Trainer. Trap Boy Tuesday. Real Talk Tuesday with Coach Hayes. I'm signing off. Go get it, man. Trap or die. You know how we do. Peace out.